Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. The Golden Eagles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense will go on the attack first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
They'll run it from the gun. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see...
Oh, he's got some space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Just keeps swinging it. Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal.
Deep shot for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the... He got it. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Southern Miss's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. As As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. And the Golden Eagles want to move quickly.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Braxton. Makes a connection. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. 8th play of the drive coming up. Power football with the run. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Just plowing ahead. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. They've held this ball forever, driven it deep, now facing a 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. Down Southern Mississippi. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Finds his tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. We've reached the break. It's Southern Mississippi on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run from the shotgun. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock. Hand it off. Let the running back do the rest.
Off play action on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Back to pass. It's Bullock. Gets it out fast. Turning it on. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. They'll try it over the left side. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Chapman. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Offense getting set for first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the tight end.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
From the gun, the ground game. He breaks the tackle. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Golden Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the RPO, complete.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Golden Eagles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
Ready, fight.
Looking to throw, it's Bullock. With the catch, it's Gandy. To shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught near the sticks, it's Wiggins. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
First down for your Bulldogs.
Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in, it's Gandy. Here's a timeout on the field, tight game here late in the first half.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And get him down after a solid return.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
That's reeled in. It's Metcalf. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Chapman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Shoots his way for more. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Golden Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Nice move to keep running. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Golden Eagles have their offense in high gear.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Chapman. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Golden Eagles will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Bullock. Bringing the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Wilkerson. Breaks free. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Marches ahead. Touchdown Bulldogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
This offense is high octane, Boyd. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first... to show you how the script is being written here. TCU is running away with this one thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 17 over SMU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the...
There he goes! And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Golden Eagles want to crank the tempo.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a fourth down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, David, and better gap... up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be passed, but that doesn't give you an excuse to get out of your lane. Everybody's thinking sack the quarterback, but now they just opened a huge crease. Running back, and he took advantage of it.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Braxton. Punch it out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Metcalf. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll go 4 wide. Twin receivers on either side on 6. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Pittman. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
27-yard line. Make some noise. Get on your feet. Get loud, Bulldog fans. It's third.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. The Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Chapman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. High the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. Bulldozes his way through. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Zings it complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Dumps it to the back. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying it.
That's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. This is what you dream of, isn't it? Waning seconds, football in your hands, a chance to etch your name in this moment in the rich history of this rivalry. They'll go back to the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burch. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. A little screen to the running back. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Gandy. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Catch in the middle, it's Chapman. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. And they'll take a knee. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.